Alright, we've established that thermal noise, particularly the KT/C noise from sampling, is a fundamental limit on an ADC's performance. But in a pipelined ADC, we don't have just one set of switches and capacitors, we have a whole chain of them, one for each stage. So, how does the noise from all these different stages add up? That's the central question on this page. Each stage in the pipeline, stage 1, stage 2, and so on, contributes its own thermal noise. Our goal as designers is to figure out how to manage these individual noise contributions so that the total noise, when viewed from the ADC's input, is as small as possible. Minimizing this total noise will, in turn, maximize our signal-to-noise ratio, or SNR. To analyze this, we're looking at a specific model of a pipelined ADC. It's built from a series of simple 1-bit stages, and each stage has a gain of 2. This is a common and practical architecture. Now, let's look at the most important part of this slide, the equation for the total input referred noise. Power, which is labeled as N with a subscript T. Input referred is a key concept. It means we take all the noise generated everywhere in the pipeline and mathematically calculate what equivalent amount of noise at the very front input would cause the same overall effect. It's a way to standardize and compare noise performance. The formula shows that the total noise power, NT, is proportional to KT times the sum of terms. Let's break down what each term represents. The first term is 1 over C1. This represents the noise contribution from the very first stage. Its sampling capacitor is C1, so its noise power is KT/C1. Since this is the first stage, its noise directly affects the input signal. It's the loudest and most significant source. Now, look at the second term, 1 over G1 squared times C2. C2 is the sampling capacitor for the second stage, so the noise generated in the second stage is proportional to KT/C2. But why is it divided by G1 squared? Well, G1 is the voltage gain of the first stage. To refer the noise from the second stage back to the main input, we have to divide it by the gain of the stage before it. Since we are dealing with noise power, we divide by the voltage gain squared. This means the noise from stage 2 is suppressed by the gain of stage 1. The same logic applies to every subsequent stage. The noise from stage 3 is divided by the gains of both stage 1 and stage 2 squared. The noise from stage 4 is divided by the gains of the first 3 stages, and so on. What's the big takeaway here? The formula clearly tells us that the noise from the later stages is significantly reduced by the time it's referred back to the input. The first stage's gain acts as a shield, diminishing the impact of noise from all the following stages. This makes the noise performance of the very first stage absolutely critical. It contributes the most to the total noise. This brings up a crucial design question, which we'll explore on the next page. If the first stage is so important, and the later stages matter less, how should we choose the capacitor? Sizes C1, C2, C3, and so on, for an optimal design? Should they all be the same size?